Hey there everybody, it's Wired King here once again. Today we're going to talk about JoJo's. This is just my opinion on the characters and what I like about them. So I hope you enjoy this part of the video because we're going to be doing it probably once or twice about JoJo's or stuff or so. My next video is probably the top 10 of my favorite stands. If you all like it, please subscribe and join us. Alrighty. Let's get into the first JoJo, Jonathan Joestar. Really don't have too much to say on him. He was an okay character, but he was limited on what he could actually be because he was set in stone, being a noble, kind-hearted gentleman through and through. So his character can only grow so much. Jonathan was not a bad character. I like Jonathan Joestar, but his character was limited of what it could have been. But he was the ground basis of all the Joestars. Alright, let's get into the next one. Joseph Joestar. Con artist. Probably he wasn't bad. I liked him. He knew how to play the game, mind tricks, all kinds of different things. Think on the fly strategy. He was like in the moment kind of guy, but he could think of ways to protect him and his family. That's what he really cared about, was his granny arena. Was the most important thing with him. Same with Speedwagon. Most important thing. And I respect that. So, Joseph Joestar in Part 2, Battle Tendencies. Pretty great guy. But now we're going to go on to the next Joestar, which most people recognize the Joestars with this one right here. Jotaro Kujo. He's the most one that people introduced to the series with. Part 3, Stardust Crusaders. And, what could I say? Stardust Crusaders, the Star Crusaders. Yeah. He is a pretty tough guy. His emotions are lacking, but he has them. He just thinks people should know what he's thinking and so, and how he feels. Which, you can see that in his character. But, he is probably like the more, this is what he could have been, Joseph Joestar, or Jonathan Joestar, my bad, sorry about that, guys. But he was a great character. Most people say his character is pretty boring, but I like the way he has came up with strategies. He always finds a way to win, and it was pretty good. Our next Joestar is Josuke Higashika. Probably butchered that name, and I apologize. He was just all around kind of like Joseph a little bit, but he still had his own finesse, especially with his stand, Crazy Diamond. I'm going to go too much into the stands here because I'll make another video about that later, but he loved his family, did anything to protect his mom, and his friends. He was first Joestar I've seen afraid of a turtle. That was pretty funny. But let's move on here to Part 5, Giorno Giovante. This guy had a dream to become a gangstar, to stop the drugs selling to kids and so. He was a complicated character sometimes. He could think, and he hates repeating the same thing twice, which is, kind of hate that too sometimes. But his stand Gold experience, and he evolved it into Gold Requiem. Second Requiem stand we've ever seen. But I love it because it's basically OP. And there's not much left to say about Giorno Giovante. He achieved his dream, stopped all this. So we'll move on to the next Joestar. Jolene Cujo. One of my favorite Joestars. I think people underrate Stone Ocean. I mean, look at that stand. Stone free. I love how the last couple stands have not just been physical based, but you've come up with strength, utility, and Part 6 has some of my favorite cast ever, and I love how they interact with each other. People underestimate this part, and I can't wait for it to get animated finally. It's either November or December, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I love the cast, I love this Joestar, the first female Joestar we ever see, and I personally cannot wait to see it in animation form, guys. But on to the next Joestar and the new universe. Johnny Joestar of this new universe, the Steel Ball Run universe. I really don't got too much to say on this character. I mean, I didn't hate him. He was a pretty good character, and I love how he grew in the series, trying to learn the spin technique. And his second act stands we've seen, Tusk Act 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sorry, I kind of missed 2. I don't know where happened to it. But his Tusk stand's pretty OP, but Johnny as a character himself is... You could tell the differences as you read it. The differences between him and Johnny Joestar, Joseph Joestar. He was not that bad a character. You saw him grow in the series as a better person and wanted better for him. But let's move on to the next one, which I got a lot to talk about this one. Josuke Higashika of the Steel Ball Run universe. This is possibly my favorite Joestar out of them all. I love how he is a combination of two people in this universe. Yoshikage Kira, a Killer Queen, which, oh my god, this is pretty great here. When I first read this, it was awesome. But not only that, he's also a combination of someone else. His name was Josuke. I forgot his last name. I think it was just Josuke in the manga. I have to go back and reread that. But I just finished up Jolene. Joe Jolene, my bad, guys. My really bad. But this has been one of my favorite Joestars ever because he's just looking for a place to belong, a meeting to find out who he is and where he belongs in this world. And I think we can all really relate to that. And his stance, soft and wet, and the plunger ability, he can steal anything. Your sight, your taste, your smell. There's no limit. And then go beyond. Dude, I can't wait to see what Araki does for his next JoJo, which is codenamed JoJo Lands. And I really can't wait to see it. I know it's going to be a while, but hopefully not too long. But all in all, probably my favorite Joestar. And probably will still be my favorite Joestar. But just to let you guys know, me and a couple buddies of mine are actually working on our own Joestar series. And if you'd like to know more about that, I will do a showcasing of the stands and stuff we do have currently for that. Anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and these are just my thoughts and opinions. But everyone's entitled to it. So, I appreciate you coming, spending this journey with me. I know it was short. I'll see you all next time. Wire King out.